Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel for my author books, I guess, my author YouTube channel. So today I'm going to answer some author questions that I have, and so that you can learn more about me and why I chose to be a writer and more about my books. So the first question is, oh, when did I first realize I wanted to be a writer? So it was actually sixth grade. At my elementary school, we did this writing assignment where we had to do a poem in rhyme. And I was fascinated with it because, one, I like rhyming, just growing up in the South, rhyming is cool. And I like the challenge of finding different words to rhyme with and still make the poem have meaning. So that was the first time that my little writing interest was piqued. From there, I ended up starting my first book, which is Issues. And I wrote it from sixth grade all the way through high school. I was writing on that book, which is interesting. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that book when I do the video for that book. But that's how I developed an interest in wanting to become an author and a writer. That's what first started it all. So the second question I'm going to read from here. Where do you get your information or ideas for your books? Well, a lot of my books, I'll be real, all of my books have some of me in it. Usually in the main characters, they pretty much are an aspect of myself. A lot of different situations that I've been through, my circumstances, experiences that I've had. Maybe some people that I've known are loosely based on some of my characters. And so I tend to draw from that, and that's how I get some of the storylines and the things that are in my books. When did you write your first book and how old were you? Well, I kind of answered that question. I wrote my first book in the sixth grade. I was 11 years old. No. I started writing my first book in the sixth grade, and I was 11 years old. I finished that book. I don't know how old I was. I was definitely married at the time. I finished it in 2009, I believe. Yeah, because I first published it in 2009. So yeah, I finished the book in 2009. So that was my first book. What do you like to do when you're not writing? Well, I work out. I'm trying to lose weight too, feel great, be my sexy self. Um, and I like watching good TV too. You never know. Like, I may get a few ideas, or it may spark an interest for something new for me to write. So, I'm open to different things. I like hanging with my friends. Oh my gosh, my friends know I love playing board games, and things of that nature. So I'm just a busybody kind of, but I'm still chill at the same time. So yeah. What does my family think of my writing? My mom, she's very supportive. My sisters are too. My cousins, they're supportive as well. They love my writings, and they support me. I think their favorite book probably would be my favorite book as well, which is Retribution, because we like the idea of the split personalities and stuff that goes into that book. How many books have I written, and which is your favorite? I just answered that question. Oh my gosh, I've actually written full books. I've written 3 full books and published 3 full books. But I still have 2 books that I have written, and then I have about 3 more book ideas. So I pretty much learned that I'm pretty much an author. I Yeah, and it's so funny. I'm actually learning to accept that about myself. Like, hey, you are an author. Like, you do write. Because I surprise myself sometimes when I go back and I reread some of my books, and I'm just like, man, that was pretty good. Like, like I didn't know you know, I wrote that. So I get shocked sometimes knowing that I wrote something. So it's pretty cool being an author. But yeah, I like it. Do you have any suggestions to help me become a better writer? If so, what are they? I think you just have to find um, your own way of doing things. Like when I write, it's almost like I'm seeing a scene play out in front of me in my head, and then I'm just writing what's going on with that scene. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad because sometimes I have to go back over and be like, hey, I need a little bit more detail in this, or I need to, I see everything that's going on. I need to make sure I'm portraying everything that's going on. What this person looks like, how are they feeling, what are their emotions, things of that nature. So just having a good idea, doing a rough draft of it, and then just going back over it repeatedly, just to make sure everything is smooth, and then the readers that are reading it can actually see your vision. So that would be my best advice. Um, let's see. What do you think makes a good story? Okay. I think what makes a good story, well, me personally, I like to write about where people are and meet them exactly where they are, and then provide them with an option of, hey, you can get out of that place if you do this. Or have you thought about maybe doing this? And that could help you with your situation, or just providing different aspects of things. Like, for instance, my book that I have, Silent Scream. It is about a married couple, who deal with cheating, and the guy deals with homosexuality, and having his wife, and growing up in the church, and trying to figure out how to deal with that particular what he feels, and because it's whatever everybody feels like. He feels that he can't do both. He feels he can't have the homosexual lifestyle and go to church. And so his dilemma is that he really loves his wife, and he wants things to work with her, but he also loves this other side too. And just trying to figure out that balance, and figuring out what he ultimately wants for himself in the end. And so I provide different solutions, different scenarios, different ways in which this could go, and he ultimately ends up choosing for himself in the end. So it's just, to me, I feel like books should provide hope. It should provide hope. It should provide good advice, and it should help somebody. And so that's my goal in any book that I write. Like, I want to show what someone is struggling with, or what they feel like they're struggling with, and then show the hope and the light at the end of the tunnel, to get them through. And so that's my goal whenever I'm writing. Well, that was all of my author questions. I hope you learned a little bit more about me. If you have any other questions for me, definitely write them in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer them. Again, my name is Tanisha Black. My author name is Renee, and I am the author of Retribution, as well as Issues and Silent Scream, and I do have more to come. Check out my books, check out my page, Renee's House, on Facebook, and subscribe there. Well, you can get more intimate details about the books. I also have my YouTube channel for Renee's House, that's going to tell you a little bit more about the books and get more video chats going between you and I. Well, thank you again for watching, and have a great day.